One sec. Okay, is my mic picking up feedback? No, okay, I think it's fine. One sec. Give me a second here. I gotta do a few. Welcome to Melee Man Stream. Okay, I woke up a little bit early. Yeah. It's a little tired. Had an interesting night last night, to say the least. But fortunately, a crisis averted. It was saved by beer. I'm not gonna go into any further details than that. But yeah. I actually just started eating. Got my drinks here. Got my caffeine that I already opened, unfortunately. I'm sorry. See if I can get that fizzy fizz. Let me shake this ball up. Right. There we go. It's beautiful. Oh, it didn't even go over. Nice. Oh, shit. Oh. No, we're good. All right. Okay. Take my drink. Oh, yeah. So, it has been, it's been a chunk of time, yeah. Been working on making the Boku no Hero Smash or Pass, right? Been working on that and been making that a public facing. And I finally found a way to do it in such a way that it scales with MongoDB, and we just make the trade-off by making a lot of requests per second. So so you just vote on each character that you want, and and record your responses for each character, and then we pull the character, right, and we average all those responses, and then we keep your response along with everyone else's responses, and then we make a nice little pie chart, and it will show you this lovely little thing. Actually, let me just show you here for a second. Let me check something. Okay. Um, Actually, I don't have it up right now. I could get it up, but I could get it up, but I could get it up. But let's see. npm install npm I. Oh, server.js. Not find package. Blah. The project imported from miniman. Anyway, yeah, it's on my laptop. It's broken right now. I broke it. So yeah. Anyway, we're here to talk about HTMX, right? HTMX. It's gonna be interesting. Um, Never thought of HTMX as something. What's really interesting about it is like it's actually going back to an old way of doing things, right? Um, and it's just really interesting because we used to pass around XML or like HTML from the server back to the client, which is a no-no nowadays, but there are still some things that actually do that. Like there's some forum software that I can think of that actually does that. So actually, yeah, let me just pull this up here. Actually, oh yeah, there's one thing. Oh yeah, new Fireship video came out. Let's do this one first. I want to see the new Fireship video. The ruthless forking of Terraform. I
It is
know.
August 28th, 2023, and you are watching the Code Report. Terraform was once the world's most loved open source infrastructure as code tool, but like many successful open source products, it sold out when it hit the big time. A couple weeks ago, HashiCorp announced that they're switching all of their core products, including Terraform, to a BSL license, which officially stands for Bullshit Open Source License.
Yeah. Whenever I listen to him talk about this, I'm not sure what it means. I think it means you can still use it. It's just the maintainers, right? It's like not really open source. It's not free and open source, is what I understand. But yeah. It's a way to let people commercialize open source, right? They're trying to commercialize open source the best that they can, and it makes sense why they would do that. But you know, st programmers have been mostly against this, and you're probably going to see why
Although some
here in a
people
second.
call it a business source license. It's been around since 2013, and many other companies have adopted it, like famously MongoDB,
Oh,
Elasticsearch, and Redis. It allows you to copy, modify, and redistribute the code, but commercial use is only allowed under specific conditions. And in the case of HashiCorp, you're not allowed to offer a competitive service, which means Terraform, Vagrant, and all these other products are no longer open source, like they were previously under the Mozilla Public License, which allows commercial use and distribution. On one hand, this makes total sense because it prevents giant companies like Amazon and Google from taking the code that you've spent years developing and
true, true, true. Yep, homeless programmer. It's a thing. He's still using a freaking Dell of all things. That's crazy.
offering it as a paid service on their platform, essentially stealing your ability to monetize it. HashiCorp is a public company that IPO'd in 2021 right before the market collapsed, and while it's still growing, the growth rate is not spectacular for a tech company.
Ooh.
And that's not good because they're also not profitable, and from a business perspective, it makes sense to lock down their products so they're the only ones that can monetize it. This could affect big cloud providers, but also other startups like Spacelift that offer Terraform services. They'll be able to continue offering services, but won't be able to incorporate any future releases or security patches. The
This company's gonna die. They're gonna die.
problem, though, is that this kind of feels like a rug pull. HashiCorp invited everybody to use its products under an open source license and said, hey, everybody, let's make the world a better place together. But now, in the middle of the race to make the most money, they're pulling out a gun and shooting everybody in the knees.
Huh.
The source code is still available, but that doesn't mean it's open source, because according to the Open Source Initiative, true, free, and open source software does not discriminate against commercial ventures. Terraform is now what you would call source available software, but this strategy could backfire. Terraform is a great tool, but infrastructure as code is not nearly as likely to cause vendor lock-in compared to a database like MongoDB or Redis.
And confirm, yes, MongoDB. I know there's a community edition, from what I understand. So I'm not sure about the MongoDB part. It might be like MySQL or something like that. If there is another one that's like more free and open source, I would definitely give it a try though. If anyone knows of a more open and free source, like a FOSS version of MongoDB, I would totally be willing to try it. Like no joke.
Because once your database is in production, you don't ever want to have to touch it.
True.
Developer-facing tools like Terraform, though, are far easier to replace. You've got open-source tools like Ansible and Pulumi, or dedicated tools from cloud providers like CloudFormation and Deployment Manager, and you've also got cool new tools like SST and the newly announced Wing language, which is a full-blown programming language that
ST, what's SST? I want to know what SST is a little bit. Kind of curious. Yeah, that's me. It's ST. What? No. Go back.
tools like SST and the newly announced Wing language.
Let's try framework. Is it framework? Build modern full stack applications on AWS. You gross. Okay. AWS is gross. Deploy Next.js, Svelte, or Astro to AWS. Okay. Add a backend feature. It looks like it's like a Vercel type thing almost. Let's take a look at it. Deploy Next.js, Svelte, or Astro. Add any backend feature. Go from idea to IPO. How cute. Let's take a look at that guide. Who's this guide for? Full stack developers or developers that would like to build full stack serverless applications, providing a step-by-step guide for both the front end and back end. We hope that it addresses all the different aspects of building serverless applications. There are quite a few other tutorials on the web, but we think it would be useful to have a single point of reference for the entire process. This guide is meant to serve as a resource for learning about how to build and deploy service applications, as opposed to laying out the best possible way of doing so. That's kind of nice. All right, I'm not really interested in building serverless. I actually like servers because I like to be in control of everything because I'm a control freak. So, oh, let's view it in Spanish. Estudié, yeah, I don't really know all that. Desarrolladores que deciden construir aplicaciones full stack sin servidor. Sin servidor. I want. Yo quiero mi servidor. Quiero mi servidor. Anyway, that's SST, and then there's like Winglang, whichever whatever the fuck that is. We might take a look at that later.
Which is a full
So much new technology coming out.
one
Crazy.
programming language that
JavaScript's insane.
can both provision resources in the cloud and execute code within those resources at the same time. The best part of this story, though, is that the open source community is not just going to sit back and take it. A project called OpenTF originally posted a manifesto asking HashiCorp to return to the original license. However, because those demands were not met, they've now announced a fork of Terraform that is truly open source and will have 100% interop with future releases of Terraform. But honestly, it's just so rude to undermine a billion-dollar corporation like that. I can't believe anyone would go to GitHub.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that. No, that's just me.
github.com/opentffoundation/manifesto and click on the star button. I've already lost 70% on my HashiCorp stock, and the more people that go to github.com/opentffoundation/manifesto then click on the star button up here in the top right corner, the more likely it is that this stock I got rug pulled on is not going to recover. Do the right thing today and support your local venture capitalist and mega corporation by not clicking on the star button right here in the top right corner at github.com/opentffoundation/manifesto. This right here in the top right corner at github.com/opentffoundation.
Oh, not quite. What was it again? How many Fs? 2 Fs. Got it. Yeah. Support corporations. Down with Fireship. I hate him. I hate Fireship so much. He just pisses me off to no end. He literally like just called me out. You know, it's just yeah. No, we can't support big corporations. This is stupid. It was gonna be funny. Imagine it. The timing was off. Whatever. I was hoping it would be funny, but it's okay. It was okay. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of shitty. I think it's kind of like what happened to like MySQL or something. I kind of don't know exactly how that works. They said this license was a license since 2013, so probably not. Um, MySQL's been around forever, like 90s forever, you know. So like yeah. It's just an interesting thing that happened. And yeah, I actually use MariaDB now just because it is a bit more open source. And I don't know, it just works better, you know. Just they're pretty much the same at whenever if you're functionally making apps, excuse me. I just ate a lovely carbonated drink. But yeah, they're functionally the same, you know. And when you're just like, you know, making apps and whatnot, you just want your database to work, and you know, don't want to worry about it. God, I hope my MongoDB database works. Hiccup. Yep. This is not how I wanted to start. Jesus. This is not how I wanted to start. God damn it. Oh my god. Anyway, HTMX. We have Primogen. Someone says HTMX is insecure. Actually, I haven't. I've actually had a look at this tweet. Right, I don't have it pulled up yet. I had to like really dig to find this tweet. But let's just go over this one that says HTMX is insecure. The reason why people say HTMX is insecure is because you can like return it from the server, right? And you can do things like like embed JavaScript or something if you want to do that. And I guess you could, but that's why you do sanitization. You know, you do sanitization, and you have to do it very well. You know, I mean, I guess what you could do is you could write a translation layer to translate, you know, like translate it from JSON to like HTML. You could maybe do that. I don't know if that would be workable as a solution or if it would just, you know, just bring more overhead for very little security gains. That was something I thought about whenever I saw this being made. honestly, or saw it being used rather. Um, like you could put like a middleware layer that translates the HTML to JSON, so you're not, passing, insecure uh what do you call it, HTML to the server, or having the server spit it back out. That's one way you could do it. The other way you can do it is if you can sanitize it on the server. And there's like plenty of like people have come up with so much sanitization for HTML and all sorts of things over the years. Actually, you could probably just look at sanitization. Actually, no. Yeah, no. PHP has terrible sanitization options. They let you trip yourself and shoot yourself in the foot a lot of times. And the advice I get on like Stack Overflow for PHP is kind of bad. Honestly, it's kind of bad. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this one.
This is actually something that is a thing. But if you haven't been on Twitter in the last couple days, you probably don't know about this. But HTMX, our new love for the front end, which is just an attempt to kind of simplify the front end overall, has been under fire a lot recently. And why it's under fire is that
Oh shit! Oh shit! I just realized Primogen just uses the same. We have the same window manager. Me and Primogen have the same. If you look up right where this blurry spot is, right here, right below the that is what I used to stream with. We use the same window manager. Oh my god. But yeah, he's like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thing. Yeah, same. It's like right below this play button right here, and that little blue tiny square in the bottom left-hand corner. Yep. Literally doing it the same way I'm doing.
what it does
Oh
is
my
it
god.
allows your server to respond with HTML, and then it takes that HTML and puts it directly into. I forgot to turn off the alerts.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Little Bonaparte, thank you very much. I appreciate that. 2-month sub anniversary on the first day of new job here in Palo Alto. Let's go.
Nice.
That's a beautiful place. Anyways, it allows your server to respond with HTML, and the HTML goes directly into your document.
Yeah, couldn't explain it better myself. That's exactly what happens. You can return HTML, and you can actually put in like a HTMX stuff, and then when it gets to your client side, what HTMX is, it's a JavaScript library that extends HTML, right? And so when you return it from the server, right, with the HTMX in there, it will the script that it's being the script tag is going to be able to parse that HTML or HTMX as you've written it on your server, right? And it'll be able to fire stuff off. So this is where he's thinking, oh, we can easily put cross-site scripting attacks in here.
And you kind of specify how you want the replacement strategy to happen. Do you want it to replace the current div, some other div, the parent div, blah, blah, blah. There's like a bunch of different strategies. It can swap out the inside, the outside, however it wants to do it, but it does something. Right? And so that's how it goes. And right now, someone on the internet has pointed out that if you allow users to store data that contain cross-site scripting attacks, and when you respond,
if you allow users to store data that contains cross-site scripting attacks. Yeah, I don't know on this one. Like, I mean, yeah, you could, you'd have to. I'm not, because like I don't really know about HTMX or what all you can do with it. There might be a way to do this, but I don't know about it yet. It's very new. Like this has been like people have been talking about this for like a couple weeks now. So maybe there is a vulnerability, and if there is, definitely like submit a issue or something, and hopefully people can like clarify it up. Maybe they'll say, oh well, just do this and don't be stupid, or they'll be like, oh well, that's a legitimate problem. We should probably fix this. And because once you see how this works, like I just watched someone like build something from ChatGPT, right? Just how simple it is and how much little code he had to write. It's just phenomenally amazing. Like it's just phenomenal, and no large company is going to accept this. No large company is going to accept HTMX. It's so fresh off the boat. But it's so cool because it is so much better than whatever you're ever going to use out there in the real world, which is sad, but that's the tech industry for you. That's the tech industry for
absolutely
you.
no forms of validation. you will get a cross-site scripting attack.
That's factually true. Also, the other one was
Ain't no
if
way.
your server's compromised. Don't forget step 1 of the flow chart, though.
Yeah, I guess step
Step
1 would be
one.
that your server has been taken over by hostile hackers.
It's over. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
true.
shit.
Are you
That
rendering
was one of the
unsanitized input?
complaints.
Yes, it's so over. No, we're so back. No, but I mean, it is this weird world where when you use something like React or any of these front-end frameworks, they really do keep you on a very special guardrail, right? Like everything,
Mhm.
because you aren't actually manipulating the DOM yourself. Like React, you don't even manipulate anything. Instead, it builds an in-memory tree, compares it to a different in-memory tree, and then it determines what changes it needs to make to the DOM. And so the sanitization is always done on the front end in some
Yeah.
sense.
Sanitization on the front end. Yeah, it's stupid. You know, sanitization on the front end is a waste of time, honestly. Because I can just go in, take your sanitization, I can escape the characters. Whenever you make a fetch API request, all I have to do is just go into the front end code, you know, change an element, or make it do what I want it to, and then send it to the server. And if the server has no way to sanitize that input, this is why server sanitization is the most important. Is the only real line of defense you have against cross-site scripting attacks. There are other ways you can do cross-site scripting attacks, but yeah. So the best ones are the reflected ones, because then they stick around. They actually stick around because then the server renders it every time, and then you can do things like typing an alert. I'll be honest, I did it. There was one project called the Ulfa project, which doesn't exist anymore. They took it down. I don't know if it was because of me, but it was probably someone else, honestly. When it happened, I left a comment, and it was an alert message. It's like, alert, lol, you need to fix this. You should fix this, pretty much. So then every time you would visit the site, the alert would come up. And then I think they took the site down, or someone else did for fun. Who knows? But I'm not that mean. I just, because I know what it's like to get hacked. I know what it's like to get hacked. It's not fun. Everyone's, freaking out. Like, oh no, how much access do they have? Or what do they do? And all it was some script kiddie, sending in malformed packets, and all you had to do was put in Cloudflare. And usually that's how it goes. These people claim they can hacks. And then my boss was so stupid that he gave him, $400. I couldn't solve it fast enough, I guess, because he trusted the hacker more than he trusted me, which is really sad, honestly. It's really sad. But yeah, I mean, I was being honest about my capabilities. I wasn't sure what he did exactly to gain access, or if he actually did gain access. It could have been just a social engineering attack. But one thing I did verify was that he was sending a lot of requests at once, and they were all from different IP addresses. And it was just, when I ran it through tail in the Linux thing, it was just like, just a random request just going out through my terminal. Like, you could see all the requests. It was just like, just being dumped through the screen. It was crazy. And they were all from different IP addresses, especially when I did Control C and I stopped it from generating more requests. It's just, they were all different IP addresses, so it's like impossible to like do an IP table on that. You'd have to you'd have to ban all those IPs. So he was using a tool. He was using an automated tool. And the only way you can defeat automated tools is to use automated tools like Cloudflare. And then it also made our development a lot more tedious, because then we had to ask permission, hey, can we turn off Cloudflare caching for a moment so we can verify the changes to our website? This is back when I was working on Pele tokens or something like that. Yeah, working on it's now a defunct website, and the business doesn't exist anymore, but oh, we were both idiots back then. and I think he was a bigger business idiot than I was. So, but he was good at getting people together. He wasn't super good at it, but he was trying. And he tried really fucking hard. He tried really fucking hard, and yeah, yeah. It's a shame it didn't take off, but I don't think it was ever going to take off. Honestly, just because it was a very bad software and it was not meant to scale or anything. It was not meant to, be anything more than what it was, I think. Like, oh well, let's keep going. Let's keep going. HTMX, is it insecure?
Whereas when it comes to HTMX, you're producing HTML, which means that
Right.
there's an expectation of the encoding you need, right? Like you already know
Yep.
how you want to format it, which also means that your server can have a /API, which does respond in JSON if you want JSON, or you can
Yep.
have it as an HTML, or you can just use headers like the old-fashioned way. You use headers to say, hey, and whatever it is, I forget the exact header for.
Oh yeah, headers. I guess you could always check headers. Yeah, that's always a good idea. You could check headers. You could send it as JSON. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things you could do.
Content type, whatever you say, whatever you need to do, or accepted
Yeah.
content type. I don't know.
Text slash HTML and whatnot. Yep.
Yeah, and then there you go. You got it. And now you can actually get HTML back. But your server is the one that's meant to do it. And I'll tell you a little story. At Netflix, we had these things called rich text fields on the television.
Oh
Right?
boy.
They would allow for you to add in a bunch of like a little extra stuff. Right? But what it also did is by doing that and allowing bold and italicized and all this stuff,
Oh no.
it turns out that the users put symbols in which would break the text. And
And
so then we had the front end sanitize it out, and then the back end said, oh, we'll sanitize it out. And so then we had double sanitization. So then it was just like ampersand, semicolon, like trying to do an HTML escape on top of an already escaped item. And it was just a nightmare. And where we ended up landing was just like, let the back end sanitize. We just accept strings as they are. It's always sanitized. It is not our responsibility to do anything but accept what is and display what is. And that is it.
Yep. That is how you simplify the front end. You don't do any of this, sanitization on the front end. People can just never trust user input. Never trust user input. Okay. And like it doesn't matter what you do on the front end. The front end, people can just open up the dev console and just type whatever the fuck they want. It's true. It's true, And then they can like submit that to the server. I've done it to many websites before. I'm not going to say all of them because then that might get the feds on my ass, but
And so I always feel like that was the best thing. But what was very surprising is when I said this, people were saying, no, the front end should be the place responsible for sanitization. You, with extensively zero experience doing the web, what do you think, TJ?
What an intro. Thanks.
Teej_DV, everybody.
As someone who's an idiot, what are your thoughts on
Yeah.
this topic?
Can you provide some insightful, non-insightful feedback here?
Can you provide some insightful, non-insightful feedback here? As an idiot on the internet, please provide your opinion.
Well, my thought is.
Skateboard ramp head.
Well, so I feel like it super depends on like the kind of thing that you're doing, right? So if you are controlling the front end and the back end, like you would for Netflix, right, where you're basically making the app for Netflix and you're the ones who own the back end, I don't know that there necessarily has to be one right answer, but the back end seems fine because you can also like sanitize it when you save it to your database or do other stuff like that, and then it's just ready to go, right? So then
Yeah.
it would just be done.
So
That seems fine to me.
You
I don't
would
see
never
anything.
want to sanitize pre-database, and the reason being is that imagine if you had a JSON endpoint and an HTML endpoint.
Yep.
How do you encode it? Because there's HTML encoding, there's URI encoding,
Right.
there's
Well, I'm
different
saying for like
encodings.
a user input, right? Like,
Use preg match, but sometimes preg match is a little fucky wucky, and you could still get things around it if you don't do it right, My recommendation is to find a really good one that someone already else wrote, and then use that. You could also just verify that the string has been untampered with, right? If you are expecting HTML, right? And you could just make sure the HTML is exactly the way you expect it to be, Do it like that. That's one way you could do it. And I don't know if that's actually good. It's like security, you whenever you do web security, it's all about how you implement it. Maybe you could do it like you make a hash, right? Make a hash, right? And then you make a hash of what you expect, and then you also send a hash of what input you expect, right? Compare the hashes, and if they're different, then you just reject it, and you just reject the request, and say nope, try again, hacker, you know. I think that would be probably a good way to do that. One thing that might be a thing is where the attacker, if they know the hashing algorithm, they can rainbow table it. Um, but even then, the right answer is the answer you want, which is the untampered string. So it's kind of like it would defeat the purpose, honestly. So
Like a user type something in of what they're gonna put into like a text box or something. I don't know. It seems fine.
Yeah. And so generally that's kind of my approach, which is your sanitization level depends on your output level. So if you're
Mhm.
outputting HTML, there's a
Yeah.
defined sanitization for HTML.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And so
Yep.
sanitize at the HTML production point, which
Yep.
is why you see these things about HTMX being unsafe, is because inherently people don't understand what React is doing. Therefore, it
Right.
feels unsafe because you don't realize you're React in the HTML world. React
Yeah.
is not React. You are React. You produce the correct
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. I guess the other thing too is like if you have multiple clients, it's nice if more of the work happens in the back end, right? Because then that can be shared between your different clients. That seems like a win, right?
Yeah, it is definitely a win.
So
I like it.
that would be my thought.
Well,
That
plus
seems good.
yeah, plus you got validation and everything. As long as you're really, you know, this is such like a weird argument because to me it seems like the only place to do any of this is on the server, just because that's the only place you can fully control.
yeah, yeah. Just like I was saying, HTMX seems to be a very back-end engineer friendly type of front-end framework, which makes sense. A lot of back-end engineers I've seen will try to they'll do all sorts of AJAX requests because they absolutely hate JavaScript, and they have frameworks that just do automatic AJAX requests. Like even Laravel Livewire does stuff like that. Livewire was designed for back-end engineers to make things so they do not have to touch any front-end framework at all. Pretty much. Pretty much. And then I don't know, I mean, obviously there's problems with that. I've seen people like request 14,000 results at once from a database, which is insane, you know. And I've had to fix that with pagination. And then I couldn't fix it because they used the library that prevented me from doing what needed to be done, so I had to write custom SQL in order to fix it. Or it was a very bad solution, but it worked. Because in order for me to actually fix what they needed, it would have required re-engineering their whole backend. So, you know,
It's
Yeah.
absolutely the controllable point. Whereas
Mhm.
on the client, you can only control to some certain amount. Sure, I mean, if you do it right, then the client can only get reflected, cross-site scripting, meaning that they
Yeah.
disable the HTML or the JavaScripts, and now they've hacked up your website. And now it can, echo out, alert, help me. And so it's just like, is that really a win? Did you really
Yeah.
prove anything? No, not really.
yeah.
Right.
But I don't know, personal opinion.
It seems fine. It seems fine to me. I mean, I, I I don't really get the complaint that a lot of people had for this because there's very few people I think who are using HTMX that are not using some sort of like backend server framework thing in front of it to generate stuff with it, which
This
makes
guy,
like automatic.
I had to really dig for that. I had to have a look at that. But a lot of the comments there were pretty good, honestly, and they were just kind of reiterating what he says about HTMX. It's as secure as you make your server, you know, So it's like, as far as I'm concerned, it's probably safe to use. It's probably safe to use, but maybe there's something in there that we just don't know about. It's new software. New software has bugs, and that's just how it is. But just wait for the technology to mature a bit. Give it a year, two. If it's still around, give it a try. However, I do want to kind of try take some time and actually try out the HTMX a little bit. I do kind of want to see how it works and talk a little bit more about its how it works. Or we could watch someone else do that too, which is it's pretty amazing.
Sanitizes. Like there's no way to put it in there except with the same kinds of things that you would do with React, like dangerously set inner HTML, right?
Yeah. So here we go. Here's the other. This is the tweet that's kind of started it all, right here.
Hey,
which is
Almonte,
HTMX
how you
is the
doing?
most dangerous thing to come out in a long time.
Most new tech has
Here's
yeah,
one.
exactly.
I need to copy this
Exactly.
because this is a really great tweet, even if it's factually not true.
It is. It really is because it sucks people in. There's something called cross-site scripting.
Oh.
It's an attack where someone injects code into your application, which then runs and wrecks the user. Most modern frameworks makes this explicitly hard to do because they don't allow anything to eval HTML or.
Me, I'm kind of tired. I woke up late. I had to deal with a very interesting incident last night that I caused myself, but I fortunately read a lot of articles and now have avoided a disaster that could have been very bad. So yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that because I don't want to like get followed by the feds. So, but they're already probably following me at this point. So
JavaScript, but HTMX doesn't disable this by default like every other framework.
let's just say you don't mix chemicals together. Let's just say that. All right.
Instead, it uses it as a first-class citizen. Here's a video of an XSS trap that would be easy for an unsuspecting dev to fall into.
I'm ready.
Go in here, gets chat messages, click me, best chat ever, boom, attacked. So it's able to do this. All
Yeah,
it's doing
I
is that
know.
it's able to just take data, throw it into an alert, make it happen, boom, right? So this is kind of what we were talking about, which is you allowed your user to upload data, which was unsanitized.
Yeah.
Which is good. I think that's good. And then when you played the data out, you did not sanitize. And
Right.
Yeah, didn't even sanitize on the server. It's just, this is a non-example, pretty much. You always sanitize user input. Okay? Never trust user input. I'll say that again, a senior dev taught me this. Just always sanitize input.
Before you got this. Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
Someone's trying to give it to me right now. Look at this.
Oh.
I don't know what's happening here, but
You're
I think
hacking
I'm
us right now.
I'm getting hacked right now.
Yeah, here, try this. Here, try
Hacked.
this. I'm typing.
Does anyone know a way to prevent it from rendering? So I want to actually go back up to this right here. To me, this is not a bad thing. Instead, let me quote it for you in case you can't see it. Instead, it uses it as a first-class citizen. To me, this is actually the highlight of HTMX, which it doesn't do anything. It only facilitates making a request and swapping out HTML. So your full responsibility lands in a singular place, the server, which means that if you use React on the server, then this first-class citizen becomes a performance win. This is why you win, right there. You don't even have to worry about it because then React has already done the sanitization for you, and boom, you just insert it in, and there's no problems.
Yeah. But for me, so a lot of people seem to hate HTMX because it seems like they're just trying to say JS bad, lol, KEKW, JS, like that kind of thing.
KEKW.js.
But they're just missing hypermedia. They don't get the point of why this is an interesting idea for a lot of applications.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Oh yeah. There's a nice little meme for this one. Let me see if I can find it. Was it? Oh, where is it? Did I click off of it? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? No. Let's see. Let's just take a look at HTMX Twitter. Let's see what we got here. The usual. Hypermedia. There wasn't. Here it is. Right. See. Look at that. Here's a history of complexity of web applications in throughout our web history, right? Back in 2005, the Dreamweaver days, right? Had what we have the DOM, the JS, the browser. It was all simple. Maybe you had a little jQuery in there or something like that. Browser, router, controller, view, HTML, and the model, I guess, whatever, But this is like your back end, I guess. this line, I suppose, denotes the front from the back, right? And over there, we're getting to 2019. Oh boy, here we go. And this is stuff that I usually work with, like stuff. This is stuff I usually work with, right? This is like your Laravel, your Node.js, your Express.js type thing, right? So like here we're looking at got browser, got DOM, JS, router, controller, view, model, virtual DOM. I don't know why they include virtual DOM here. I guess because that's like just baked into most front end frameworks. You don't really think about it. It's just something that happens. The view, the DOM, the browser. Yes, yes. You have routers for your front end because now we do routing in the front end because we just keep it in the variable and then we just change the little link up there and we change the little what's it called, address bar, because you can do that in JavaScript because why not, so now we have all this crazy shit, right? And then we have our JS runtime, which also has a router for all the routes that need to be routed to our server. So we can do server things like crunch numbers and data or return resources from our server, like pictures or, I don't know, memes, right? Okay. So yeah. Come here. We've got a controller, we've got a view, we've got a model. Model. What? Oh yeah. Now we have a third-party API here. Microservice architecture. Oh, and some companies have like 100x this amount. So like not only do we have our monolithic model right here, we also have our 3,000 microservices that look like this little bubble right here. It's fucking insane. It's insane. And you don't need it. Now in 2021, DOM, browser, router, controller, view, model. Easy. Look. You don't need JS? What JS? What? You don't need you don't need JS. Simplicity. Simplicity. It's how we get things done. It's how we get products to market. It's how, yes. Yes. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful, you know. Vivi. Oh, here's a good meme. Here's a good meme. It's a good meme. Who would win? But more complex. I know. Programmers love to have their complexity. They love to feel smart, right? And it actually does work in their favor sometimes. Like I actually used to work at a company, and he rolled his own a PHP framework, right? He took some stuff from Symfony, and he wrote it in a very object-oriented way. It was very complicated. He would put logic that should have been put into a service into the framework itself, right? So I'm looking in the services folder and I'm looking like, hey, where's this template versioning service? What I go look in the framework. I do like a grep, look for like the variable obviously, or the variable name, and just kind of follow the the code and the functions where they made. It's in the motherfucking framework folder. This fucking guy, and then he has like these Docker containers that barely work. He doesn't really know how to use Docker, and I'm supposed to like save this or something, or I'm supposed to implement new features or something, and I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck he's doing, where he's placing shit, And I try to like, talk to him on Slack, right? And he's all like, he's like barely there. So he's like, he's up in the morning, I'm up at night, too. So I try to wake up in the morning. The first thing in the morning is I message him, or I send a message to him early in the morning, and then he won't fucking respond, which is really, oh, or he gives me like one word answers, which don't help. So it was just terrible. Some developers can keep their jobs by, having complexity, and they like that. They enjoy that complexity. It makes them feel good, but they're actually stupid and they aren't very productive, and they cost companies like thousands of dollars, that don't need to happen. And unfortunately, the only other option, like either option is painful, right? It's like once you have a large program, you have two options. You can and you can strip it all together. You can just throw it away, make a new one, and that's going to cost a lot of money and time. It's very risky. Another thing you can do is you can stop, making media and you could stop making new features, is what I meant to say, and then you can try to fix your technical debt. Also very difficult, and may also require you to restructure major parts of the program, and you'll probably break things. You're not gonna win. Both situations are very painful for everyone involved. It's just, just pain. Software is pain, man, and people enjoy the pain. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Who will win? Angular. You guys should use hypermedia. A lunatic in Montana and his internet friends. Yeah. The world of technology is really stupid. So maybe I'm opening your eyes. And, you can have the best motherfucking technology, right? Nobody gives a shit. People want to still use jQuery. They still want to use React.js. They still want to use stupid shit like this, because the big companies said, yeah, we support it, and it's well supported. It's shit, but it's well supported. People should embrace simplicity. Anyway. Let's take a look here. Where were we at?
And I think so we have this thing where I hear it a lot, which is people say, oh yeah, there's some applications that would be good for it. The thing is that you can define a lot of applications that would be good for this approach. In fact, I would say the wide majority of almost every site could benefit from just HTMX.
Yeah, in terms of like just if it's a site.
And I can think of one too. There's like we have this forum site on this IRC group I'm a part of, and I told her I'm not going to work on it. It's a piece of crap. You're returning HTML with echo statements. And the front end is just way too complicated than it needs to be. This might be able to save it. It might be able to like cut down the amount of code and actually make it maintainable and not painful to work on. But am I going to do that? No, because I'm not being paid to do any sort of work right now. So.
Or not necessarily like number of users or something like that, right? Yeah. Just like, do we
read heavily?
Yes.
Okay, yes, we read heavily. When we write, what are we writing to and how are we writing?
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's like as simple as that. And even then, you can still have WebSockets. And I don't know. And it pairs perfectly with serverless as much as it pairs with run your own server on-prem stuff, right? Like, there's no dictation anywhere. Whereas, like, React server components, to be able to run it, it's still in this kind of confusing world. And there is only one true implementation of it anyways, which is Next.js. Right. So it's kind of like you're already like, you're like becoming really tight. Whereas with HTMX, it's like, oh, you're an OCaml, Rust, Go, JavaScript. What are you in? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Django.
That's your job and your template backend. That's not our job. We don't care.
Right. Yeah, I think this kind of thing it just makes it really simple to evolve what you want to do. I mean, the meme of hypermedia as the engine of application state is not actually a meme. I just like it because it sounds fun as well. But this idea of like all of your state is contained in the server, you expose the actions that a user can take by sending the hypermedia controls to the front end, and then all of the state and everything that happens is all in the back end, right? So if someone sends a request to some endpoint and they're not authorized, it doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, I expose these things. If someone wants to try and send a thing, it's just the same pathway to send the /post with this form data. Well, it never works. There's no like front end state that someone can like flip a bit, and we didn't actually check that in the back end because we thought we were checking in the front end. We only exposed.
Nobody flips a bit in web dev unless they are truly insane and stupid. Nobody flips a bit, bro. Actually, there are times when flipping bits is a good idea for like optimizations, because sometimes you can actually get performance gains by flipping bits. But like once you're doing that, it's like, what are you doing? I mean, you'd have to. The problems you'd have to be solving with that are like rendering problems, like world generation, or like handling large data sets. And even then, there are other ways to handle large data sets by not bit fiddling.
This and this React, all these things, right? It's like, so that part is really cool. And I like that. Like for me, it's a conceptually simple model to do a lot of these kinds of things. And it also is the model that like Ruby on Rails or LiveView or all these other
Oh
ones
God.
are like already doing, and they're already just sending HTML to the front end. So I don't understand. Am I thinking crazy about? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wait. Ruby does that? Ruby does that? Swear to God. Now I see why people shit on Ruby so much. Other than it's slow, but and also incredibly hackable. I've actually seen someone turn Ruby into JavaScript, and it actually worked. It looked and ran like JavaScript. It's such a hackable language. You know, it's just you can hack it so many ways, which is why it's just it's a pretty language, right? Ruby is a very pretty language, and I like it. It's aesthetically pleasing to write, but I don't know if I would use it in the real world, to be honest. You know, other than Shopify templates, and even then, it's like a dependency for Shopify templates. So, you know, but
you're 100% correct on pretty much everything you just said, which
Nice,
is like
pretty good for an idiot.
pretty good for a dummy. But
pretty good.
But the big takeaway
Yeah.
is that the state. It's better to think of HTMX more like UDP or RTP, where you're trying to create a client server where the server effectively drives the client. So think of like if you could play Game Boy on any device
Yeah.
and just streamed the video to your phone, and you could walk around and do.
This is exactly like Laravel by Livewire, but I don't know. I mean, actually, yeah, that is a good analogy, especially when we look at the guy who like built ChatGPT with HTMX. You know, it's pretty cool to look at.
All that. Your actions are your controller, right? I'm going to run, jump, slide,
Let's see what we
start,
got here.
select, whatever I'm doing. And those
Yep.
just get sent to the server, rendered, and sent back down. HTMX
Yeah.
is like identical. You can play an entire game
Hmm.
without having to have any state on your client. I mean, Stadia
Right.
did this, but they did it with like Apex, right? They did it at the tippity top, right? So like even if you don't go
Don't
to the,
compare HTMX like Stadia.
I
Oh
know.
no, no.
well, I mean, Stadia's obvious problem is that it did
it
like
was made
high
by
level-
Google.
Well, it's made by
Yeah.
Google, so they always quit. But they quit.
Yeah.
They've abandoned
Google.
more projects than I have. But
That is an achievement.
that is, I mean, gold star.
When Google quits more projects than you do.
But the other thing they do is they also they chose to do AAA gaming, which means that
Yeah.
you could only have pretty much one computer for one game.
Right.
Which is like that's not what you want to do. Like if you're trying to commoditize gaming, you'd probably want
Right.
to choose something more at like the like the ARPG level, the kind of the more
Yeah.
like the simpler Switch games where you can play,
Vampire
like,
Survivors, Halls of Torment, something like that.
yeah, and something that's not hyper input sensitive, like like if you're playing Apex and you have 200 milliseconds between when you move your mouse and see it, like
Yeah,
you're
you'll
just,
look like me.
it just look like you playing video games. It'd be awful.
Oh,
But the other thing I wanted to say, someone in the chat said, "Well, how does CSS work? You said CSS, blah 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 blah."
how does that work? You put in CSS, put in style tags, inline style tags. It's
Blah blah.
what?
The thing about that is that HTMX again makes no assumptions about anything. You want Tailwind? Compile Tailwind. Send
Sure.
down the CSS. Right?
Easy.
You want to just raw dog CSS? Then do that. Like there's
You don't even have to compile Tailwind. You can just include the script.
You just want a raw dog CSS? Oh my god. Funny man.
Tag and like load the whole thing. I mean, it's bigger, like it's a bigger bundle, but like but it's still less than bundling a bunch of JS dependencies too, right? So it's not that big.
yeah. And so it's kind of both. So you kind of get this.
No thanks.
You just get to choose.
I
That's
did-
the answer. HTMX. The simplest way to put it is HTMX is like a super optimized subset of jQuery.
Super optimized subset of jQuery. I mean, I guess you could call it that, you know. They're trying to explain what it is without actually trying it, you know. Honestly, I think kind of just have to try it at some point. But yeah, it is pretty interesting actually. It's like the new is old again. Some things, like especially when I talk to like senior devs, they'll say, "Oh, this is XML over again, all over again. You know, we're going back to the past and stuff like that." But you know, sometimes the past isn't really that bad. So, you know, a lot of our new technology is based on the old. you know? It just builds up on itself, you know? And and I guess that's kind of the reason why some older people in tech aren't impressed by the new technology. It's because they know, you know, they know this is the cool thing nowadays, and they know it's stupid, and they're just waiting for people. And it may take a decade, you know, and it probably did. Now that people like React is like the equivalent of jQuery at this point. Honestly, it really is the equivalent of jQuery. But yeah, I mean, what do you know about programming, Monty? I think I remember like seeing you from a Discord or something, and like we were, yeah, we were like talking, and you were like good friends with, oh, what's his name? That, yeah, yeah, that guy. I remember that guy. I think I've actually heard enough of this one. Honestly, I'm not sure what you think, but let me see here. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Let's see what else do I have on my palette? Oh yeah, he was looking at this meme too. He was looking at this meme too. Himawari. Yeah, Himawari. Yeah, that cool dude. It's kind of scary, but he seems kind of cool, you know. Kind of scary, but he's a cool dude. I like Himawari. I kind of really need to hang out with him more. I mean, because I want to do like a collab, but right now I just felt like I felt like doing more tech stuff today, you know? I just because I will say that, you know, VTubing isn't my it isn't my primary moneymaker after all. A lot of what I do is like tech work. So like, you know, hardware. Yeah, yeah. No, that's okay. It's okay. Well, it's cool that you're here anyway. I mean, you know. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna take a look at take a look at a few more HTMX things. What kind of time do we have here? It's 7:07. Got about hour. Let's go ahead and take a look at some HTMX examples, I think. I think we've heard enough. Let's see. When should you use hypermedia? It's a trade-off, though, so uniform interface degrades efficiency, since information is transferred to a standardized form rather than one which is specific to the application's needs. The REST interface is designed to be efficient for large-grain hypermedia data transfer, optimizing for the common case of the web, but resulting in an interface that is not optimal for forms of architectural interaction. Not sure exactly what that means, bruh. I'm not gonna lie. We are obviously fans of hypermedia and think that it can address, at least in part, many of the problems that web development world is facing today. Hypermedia is often significantly less complex than an SPA approach would be for many problems. Honestly true, you know, and I mean, I'd like to see if I could do let me show you one of the apps that I actually do. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let's do this one. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, tape sync. Let's see what's playing on tape sync nowadays. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and mute this because I don't want to get like but yeah, yeah. This is sync software. This is basically like Discord like Discord's streaming feature. But it's a little bit more basic. You have to interact with the server a lot more, and then you can have a little button that syncs up, and like you're automatically in sync with all the people around the world, you know. So like you will see the same thing, and you'll be able to interact in the same way. And it's very simple. Just the server just sends out the time, and for the media, and then everyone follows the server time. So pretty simple, yeah. But yeah, like something that would be really cool to redo this in HTMX, especially this like chat thing, this little chat thing right here. Lol, hi. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is kind of interesting. I love it. I love it. Let me fix that latency up here a little bit. Sometimes the latency calculations are a little wonky. I think it's because it's svelte or something like that. But yeah, yeah. What else can I do? And like you can like visit this if you want. If you like chat with me here, that'd get it funny. I'm probably not gonna stay on this tab very long though, so you know. I kind of would you want to? Are you good at chess, Almonte? Out of curiosity, you bored? Do you have a lot of time on your hands? Ooh, okay. Yeah. Good fit if your UI is mostly text and images. Well, that's a video. So I guess not. But if it's like text, so like a forum software, that would be like a perfect use case, right? You know. But I know how to play for the most part. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you're interested, like we could do like a chess.com thing. I really like playing it. I'm pretty good at it. I mean, I'm okay. I think my elo is like 400 on chess.com, which is like the low end. So like I make a lot of blunders. I usually make a lot of blunders. But like the players I usually find also make a lot of blunders. So it's like, who makes the worst blunder? you know. But yeah, yeah. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think HTMX is very good for what it is. I don't think I haven't found a really good demonstration of it though. Let's just go ahead and quickly go through at GPT HTMX. I think this would be the fastest way to get through this, and then we can play some more chess games or something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will like drop a link in the chat, and then you can like do an invite or something if you've ever done. Yeah, but look, like,
text overflow, ellipsis, and
all right.
where we will store all our chats. If the directory doesn't exist, or does not need to have any PHP in it.
Right, yeah, he's making a basic little HTML right here, right. So we got our doc type HTML, playing basic stuff, head, car set, UTF-8. We say the content is for IE Edge. I don't know why you do that, but okay. You have viewport. This is good for like if you're doing like if you have like mobile interfaces, right? Great stuff. Just setting the title, so like you have titles in your like tabs, right? That's the title tab that gets set. Close the head, start off the body. Let's see what else he's got there. What else has he got? He's making a nav, makes a new file. All right, yeah, he's making a style. That's CSS. New chat, nav button, new chat, and a main. Cool. Add some styling here. Just add some styling to make it look good.
All right, now we have a sidebar and a new chat button.
Gonna do an HX post
to new chat.php. Let's create that. In new chat.php, we want to create a directory.
Make sure.
Where we will store all our chats.
I guess you could do that. I mean, I would do it in JSON, but or PHP likes to use YAML for some reason, but I think JSON's better.
If the directory doesn't exist yet. And let's create a file in the chats folder with this unique ID in the name. Button for this chat conversation. Let's go back to our index.html and let's set a target for this button. Let's call it chats.
So I guess the target means like once it gets data back, right? Assuming we're going to get data back, it's going to put it into whatever the target is, which is going to be the ID of chats, which he hasn't made yet, but we'll see.
And let's make the HX swap to be after begin. Then let's create that chats element.
Yep.
Now, whatever we get from new chat.php, we will add to chats in the beginning.
In the beginning. All right, cool.
Let's go check out our website. Now, if we click new chat, we will get an untitled chat. If you click new chat again, we get another one, and another one, and another one.
See that little delay? Yeah, it's making a request to the server and server sending it back, I do wish there was a way to do it not like that, because I don't like that little lag, but that's just common for backenders trying to make front-end apps. It's just how it goes. So.
And if we go take a look at our files, we have a new chat ID for each of these chats. And in the file we have some JSON.
Nice.
Great. When we click on the button,
so it's already, oh yeah, he already JSON encoded those. Never mind. So he already did that. Cool. So I guess it is JSON.
Of the chat conversation. And the target.
See, now this guy, he's returning HTMX, which is crazy. So like he's gonna return, he's using echo statement it's going to return HTMX, and then I guess once it's clicked, right, and the chat ID, it's going to let's see, what is it going to do?
For this should be the main area. Let's create loadchat.php.
Loadchat.php. All right. So I guess it's gonna whenever you click the button, it's gonna make a get request. It's going to get whatever the chat is for ChatGPT, and it's gonna load that onto me. So he's gonna go ahead and make this right now.
In loadchat.php, and we will add a form so that we in this form to
that. So fucking simple. You know how much code it would take to do this? And like it's an insane amount of code. Like you'd have a build system, you'd have a build system, you'd have something like Vite, you'd have a package.json, you'd have your front end framework, you'd have all this crap, And look at how simple this is. Look how simple this is. It's just a few lines. Like most of my projects are like 300 lines, right? I showed you. It's like 300 lines, and this stuff is like, look at this. It's nothing. Like, and he just, yeah, he makes his chat, right? I know, right? Yeah, most of my projects are like at least 300 lines. Like the Boku no Hero Smasher Pass. We're getting like the app, like the main application where it does all the crazy shit, is like about 300 to 400 lines. And then if we count the front end and back end, we have about like 1,000 lines, right? This guy, stupid easy. It's stupid easy. Like I could have rewritten Boku no Hero Smasher Pass with this, and I would have like probably saved myself a lot of time writing it like this, honestly. But the fact that I mean, it's a big project anyway. I mean, I had to scrape it from like Wikia. I had to like scrape it from this area, right? My Hero Academia Wiki. Let's see. Yeah. Go back. Yeah. I had to like scrape all these characters, and that was a pain in the ass. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. Just getting the data was a pain in the ass. But yeah, and then writing the actual thing, which I'm gonna hopefully post the public facing version soon. Hopefully that will be coming soon, and I'm really excited for that to happen. Finally have a way that is sane, that will work, and that will scale. So, yeah, like.
Let's try this again. Let's set an HX target to be the messages.
Yep.
And let's try and into the response from message elements. Let's set HX swap.
HX swap for end. So it's like just swapping, just swaps. Maybe this is a better way to do that. Like if I could do more swaps, like on the client side, that would be really nice. That's one thing I would want from HTMX. If there's a way to do that, that would like make me immensely happy. But he's obviously a backend guy, and he's pretty excited about this. But just the way he does stuff like this,
An favorite ChatGPT API library for PHP.
Lol. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead and plug in ChatGPT here, which is the lazy way of doing it, of course.
Let's say message to actually have the right format of the new chat, untitled chat. Hello. Send.
Hello.
Something went wrong. Let's trigger to be load so that we will actually get the response when the message is sent.
Nice.
Let's try this again.
Nothing?
Something is still wrong. We need to send only the content from
Only the content. Oh yeah. All right. I guess you got a little error message.
the message.
In a second.
So let's go back here and
Go get it.
hello, ChatGPT.
Yep, and boom. Now let's see if we can get a view. Here's ChatGPT. Now the rest of the stuff he does in this video is basically just making it look better, but he basically has it down. Let's see. He asks a few questions, right? I can just see. If we just look up here, right? Index to HTML. There's your index.html right there. 24 lines. 24 lines. New chat, what? Let's just say each of these are about like 100 lines. Just to say, you know, each of these 100 lines. Did this in 500 lines of code. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. All right. Now I do feel bad because now I have an audience member that's watching me that isn't a programmer themselves, and I want to do something fun. Actually, let me check something here. How many people do we have in here at the moment? How many people do we have? How many participants? El Monte is still in our participant. Arigato gozaimashite. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Well. What do you think, El Monte? We'll play a couple, yeah, let's play some chess. Let's do it. 7:22. I think next one, I actually just released my my stream schedule. My stream schedule is going to be pretty weird, honestly. Here we go. Chess.com. Ugh, Juan Pablo, 800 Elo, wants to challenge me again. This man's insane. He's probably going to kick my ass. I just like playing randos for funsies. But yeah. Probably going to play Alien 3. I don't know if you guys ever seen Alien 3. It's a really awesome, oh, yeah, that meme. Really awesome retro game, you know? So, like, here's how I do things. I like to do a tech stream on, like, Tuesdays. And I like to do a retro game stream on Thursdays, right? Retro game stream's probably going to be in the AM. It's probably going to have to be really quiet for the first few hours because it's going to start at 2 a.m. It's going to start at 2 a.m. because I got to take my sister to work, of course. So, yeah. Yeah, I know. So let's just play a 10-minute game, you know. Let's go ahead. See, so are we actually showing it here? Yes, we are. Good. All right, looks like I am white today. All right, I'm gonna do Queen's Pawn. And he's playing black, 418, okay, 412. I'm probably gonna lose this one because my elo is unusually... What? Okay. Alien 3, which one is that? Oh shit, that's right. I forgot to mention. That's right. Hold on. Here we go. Alien 3. Oh look. Is HTMX worth it? Alien 3. Come on. Alien 3. Oh yeah, this is the one where Ripley goes to the prison planet, right? But SNES. They actually made a game of this one back in the day. But yeah, this one. This game looks amazing. It'll load. Hopefully stream's not dying. Good
food and creates a really cool atmosphere, and it features both
Oh, right. I don't want that review. Yeah, it's a side scroller. Yeah, it's a classic game. It's a retro game. Yeah.
Charles S. Dutton, otherwise known as Charles. I think the movie would have been better had they made room for Charles Mingus or Charles Nelson movies. Gotta believe Charles Nelson Riley's presence would have fixed all that. Alien 3, the game for Super Nintendo, however, well, this is the rare case where the game is actually better than the movie. You play as Ripley in a 2D side-scrolling action
Yeah, the game is actually better than the movie.
Platformer trying to get through 6 levels on 1 life with a password system. And to do this, you use an assortment of weapons like a flamethrower, a pulse rifle, and grenades, complete with a handy-dandy motion tracker that allows you to see when enemies are nearby. What's cool here is that rather than flipping between each weapon, instead each face button is assigned to one. Y is your flamethrower, X is your grenade launcher, and A is your machine gun. In each level you find a computer terminal, and it gives you a list of missions to complete.
Computer terminal. Oh yeah, and like the alien. I don't know. I've been told on YouTube there's like this video about they say my aesthetic is called like there's a name for my whole aesthetic on streaming, and they call it the I think it's cassette rocket launcher. Where'd you see that? Where'd you see that? Where'd you see that? Is that on my right? Am I covering it? Rocket launcher? Now I'm looking for the rocket launcher. Dang. But yeah, cassette futurism is what it's called. That's what it's called. That my aesthetic is called cassette futurism, and like having terminals and whatnot. And oh, Metal Slug. Oh, Metal Slug is great. Ah, yeah. I found out how I'm gonna get that one too. It's actually it's a Nintendo DS game. Actually, I have I think it's Desmume or something for Linux, and then I can actually play like DS games now. So like I don't know if you look at my past streams, I was playing a little bit of Advanced Wars, Days of Ruin, which is like one of my favorite DS games of all time. I love strategy games. Strategy games are like the best, you know. Yeah, yeah. So like I do want to make time for Metal Slug 7. Metal Slug 7 is definitely a fun game for sure.
And you pick to complete them in any order you'd like. The missions have you rescuing prisoners, repairing power grids, sealing off doors to prevent more aliens at that level, but this game isn't exactly fit to be angry video game nerd material like the NES game was.
What?
For one thing, this game is structured to be very player-friendly. Each computer terminal allows you to see a blueprint of that particular level, and it points out where you need to go and how to get there. You can
Oh my
both let
God.
the game show you where to
Yes!
go, and look around the blueprint yourself. It's really nice. It's rare when a game back then gave you this much freedom to choose not only what order you want to complete each mission, but what route to take to complete them, either the quicker
Yeah.
route with more enemies or the longer.
Oh, I miss the days when the world could be saved by a floppy disk. And in fact, in some cases, it still can. In some cases, it's actually still can, but yeah.
more stealth route. And
But yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this one next stream. So yeah, if you want to come back for that, or if you want to watch me play a little chess for the second, it's actually a lot more interesting. Okay, let's do a new minute. Oh. All right, I'm black. All right, so I'm gonna do this one. Cyberpunk 20. Okay, honestly, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect from that, honestly. I don't know why you did that, you dumbass. I think what I'm gonna do here is he's probably gonna move one of his pawns right here. Yeah, right. And then I am going to do this. That was an interesting move from him, though. I'm not gonna lie. So I think I'll just stop his pawn right there, and I can get my. That way I can. Okay, that's one way to do it. This is like a 10 minutes, so yeah, these go by pretty fast. It's all right. No big deal. Interesting. Yeah, get out. Get out of here. All right. So let's see here. I lost a horse. No big deal. And okay. Let's see. What can I do from this position? If I can. Maybe if I can move, I can put the king in check, but it wouldn't be advantageous in this position. I think I could do this, and that might be a good defense spot, honestly. I'm going to try that. I'm going to do this. Actually, that might not be a good idea, because then he could just move his pawn right there and then just shove me out. But he didn't do that. Why didn't he do that? Interesting. Okay, let's I want to keep his pawn right there, honestly. But I also yeah, we're just not in the best position at the moment. Could come here. I could do this, but like there's no point in doing that, honestly. So there's no point. Let's do this. and then maybe we can long castle, and that would be a good idea. Interesting. About time you did that. About time. Well, it's about time. See, I could castle. Maybe we can do something like. Could do something like this. That'd be a dumb idea, honestly. Hmm. Do that. Dumb idea. I'll do that and see if I can tempt him. But he probably won't. So. Interesting. So let's see. I think he might be close enough to attack the king, but I think he's gonna make me choose between my rook and that. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do this. That way he doesn't really have very many options, or any good options. He's still going to lose his rook, or his horsey, right? Right? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Good trade for you. I get it. That sucked for me. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. He's doing really good at the moment. It's not good. So and I can't seem to make any decent progress at the moment, which sucks. I need to find a way to get pressure off of this thing. Maybe I can do that. Maybe castling is the best defense. I'm gonna try that for fun and see what he does. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh, estoy muy interesante. Why did I do that? That was a dumb idea. It was a stupid idea. Why did I do that? Oh, here's a good idea. Let's do that. I want to do that. That looks like fun. Let's do that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do this. I don't know. This seems like a good idea. Seems like a good idea. Let's get his. See if we can trap his rook or his bishop rather. Trap his bishop. But if he decides to take my little pawn down here, oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Well, bishop's worth less than a rook, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take it anyway. Or it could take his. Yeah. Either way, I'm gonna get a bishop out of it. So. Interesting. He showed me mercy. Why would you do that? Huh. Oh, I lost my rook. That's not good. Shit. Oof, this is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one. But maybe I can still get him. I don't know if I can. This is gonna be require some really careful movements here. Yep. All right. Let's see. Fuck. I'm kind of trapped back here. I can maybe get his queen to move that way. So if I move here, it's not good news for me. None of these options are good news for me. Honestly, that queen is just kind of a pain in the ass at the moment. Maybe I could move here. That will give him time to put me in check. Yes. Could also use his bishop to do that. Let's see here. Okay. Good choice. Let's try this. What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? Oh yeah, I guess. Oh, I fucked up. His rook is right there. I'm stupid. I fucking goofed. I goofed so hard. It sucks. Oh, that sucks. All right. I guess. I'll take this one out because this takes precedence, and we're kind of locked there. But he can just take my. Yeah, it's over, man. It's over. Game over, man. He's got the advantage. I'm kind of fucked. Yep. I'm gonna do this. He can take that, put me in check. Shit. Best I can do, man. No, I do not. Like, like maybe I can, maybe, but there's not a lot of options here. Like he's gonna have to blunder really hard in order for me to, yeah. There. That way I can do that will threaten his bishop, and then if he wants to take his queen, I can take his queen. That's one way to do it, bud. I might still have it, honestly. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful about this. Let's see. Maybe we can still win this. Um, because even if I move here, mm, queen is a really powerful piece, and yeah. Mm, all right, I can do this, and yeah, 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 and that's it. Now he just waits for me to time him out. And all I can do is take out as many of his pawns as possible. King fight LFG. Yeah. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I mean, maybe he could try to do that. This is so dumb. I guess I can't. Can I not? Why can I not go? Oh yeah, queen, king, king, king. Ah, yeah, yeah. Shit. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, yeah. I have one or two options, and this should be checkmate here in a second. What the fuck, dude? You can put me. You can put me. You literally can put me in fucking checkmate right now, you dumbass. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. 8 blunders. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm not used to playing black. Let's I want to do a new 10. There we go. There we go. Just playing with their food. Yeah, I know, right? All right. That was a different way of playing. I'm not used to seeing that. I wasn't used to seeing that. Usually I just open with that, so, you know. And interesting. All right, cool. Here's what I'm gonna do. And soup. Control the center, bitch. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Huh? Huh? Zebra fatty. 380 elo. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go. There you go. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Disconnected. Refresh page to connect. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. See, I think I could do something like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. Let me do this. Looks like fun, but I don't really want to. Yeah, why not? Easy. See, I could do this, and then I could do. Actually, no, I couldn't. I'll just let that play out as it may. And, yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, I'll do this. All right. Oh, I'm having too much fun. When are you gonna get your queen out? That's what I thought. Do this. What else could I do? I could do something interesting. Maybe I could do. Maybe I could do this. No, that'd be bad. Let's do that. Ooh. I think they're in a nice place. You know, I think this is an acceptable place for most of them to be. You know, that protects my pawn. You know, so yeah, yeah. Well, why would you do that? Why would you do what? Okay. I could take that. Could take queen. Hmm. Yeah, actually, no. I'm not worried about it. Let's force this horsey to move. I'm gonna get your horsey. Let's see here. He could do. What could he do? That. I mean, he could try to use his bishop. That might be a good way to, you know. I could see him using his bishop right here and putting it right here. But he did not do that. Very interesting. Okay. Very interesting. But maybe he's trying to bait me or something to like give up my queen, but I'm not gonna do that, so I don't know who he thinks he is. Oh, I see. Oh, he got me. He got me. He got me. Ah, wait, no, he didn't. Because even if he uses a bishop, I'm trading a I'd be trading a knight for a bishop, which a bishop is more valuable than a knight. Okay. Okay, we're all good. We're all good here. We're all good here. Yeah, predictable. No, that sucks. That's okay. We'll get him. This queen's not in the best spot anyway, so all I gotta do is let's see. If only I could take my own pieces. That would be really nice. All right. I can do that. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, he's not gonna want to give up his queen. And I'm banking on that, so I'm going to keep as much pressure on his queen as I possibly can. Easy. No queens. Oh, well, I guess there's rook, so there's rook I had to worry about. I guess we're going to lose rook. That sucks. Unless he's so dead set on taking my pawn, which I highly doubt he is. You know. But even if he does use his rook, I can take it with my king, so it's gonna be another one of those stalemates. Ah! Did he disconnect? Oh, are you gonna you giving up? You giving up, man? You giving up? Are you giving up already because you lost your queen? Oh, I didn't give up because I lost my queen. uh, fuck it. You gonna quit like a little bitch? You gonna quit? You gonna quit? Oh, okay, okay. He lost his queen. He lost his queen. Doesn't know how to play without his queen. Oh, baby. Okay, okay, okay. That was fun. People don't know how to play without their queen. You know, he imploded. He just imploded. I love it when that happens. I love when that happens. Oh, it's so good. Let's try King's Pawn this time. Maybe try something a little different. Yeah, yeah. Let's yeah, why not? I'm feeling strange today. You know, I'm feeling it. Interesting. Okay. Uh, okay. Very interesting. I did not expect this. All right. Let's do none of those seem like good options at the moment. I can either take here, and then it opens me up. Actually, I like this situation. I like this situation. Yeah, I like that situation. Yeah, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And soup. Cool. All right, no queens. No queens. Here we go. Here we go. We've all decided that we are not doing queens today. No siree. No sir. All right, all right. Oh, interesting. Very nice. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I think I'll do, well, I guess I could take that, but like, actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I guess he could get his other bishop out, which is not the best idea. Yeah, yeah. Oh well. Bishop for a bishop? How about it? You want to do a bishop for a bishop, buddy? Yeah, that's what I thought, you dumbass. Well, let's see if I can do like a long castle. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, all right, all right. Now all I have to do is move my knight out of the way, and I can put him in check. It's like stupid easy. Like check. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Ha! Look at this shit. Hey, buddy. What you gonna do, buddy? Now you can't castle because you moved your rook over there. He can't castle. All right, cool, cool. Let's see. How about all right, I kind of like this situation. Let's see. Do what could I move? Hmm. If only I had another knight. Another. Okay. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this up here to be a bit more defensive, I think, because he could just totally wreck my shit otherwise. Ah, no. I could do this. Yeah, I actually like that idea. That actually looks like a good idea. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah. Are you for real, dude? Sheesh. Okay. Vaquero. What do you want? Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Because I could do that. I could attack, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I could do this. That might be a better idea. I'm gonna try that. Boom. What you gonna do next? You can't take my knight because my rook's guardian. Ha! You pinned, bitch. Oh my god, he's gonna get wrecked. I am wrecking this guy. I am wrecking this guy. It's 424. What? 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 Okay. You know what? Good trade. It's like, totally worth it. Totally worth it. All right, all right. Now we're up like yeah, we're literally like up a lot of pieces as a result. So let's get this out here. Let him trip over his pawns, right? Right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, all right. Well, coming for. Yeah, that knight's gonna be annoying. That knight is annoying. Let's see if we can do some fancy schmancy pants things over here. I can like move that there maybe. I can move this here. Then I can do like a thing where I get like two of them, right? And I can move, yeah. I move this here, right? He moves, where is he gonna move? What would black do? It's gonna use his horsies most likely. Okay. So he's gonna march his pawns over here or something, I guess. Okay. Do this. Should I do that though? This is the point where I can actually pretty fuck up pretty royally. This is like the moment where it's easy to fuck up. So we gotta be careful. Oh, you're going to try and gonna try and attack me, boy? You're gonna try and attack me? Fucking go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, mate. Let's see. Let's try it again. Let's you try it again. Interesting. All right. Let's see if I can. What if I did this? If I did this? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what that was going to accomplish, honestly. That was a dumb move. I was not thinking. This is my fault. Okay. Do this. Ah, yes, and then he is left wide open. Esto muy excelente. He can't move here because my... Ah, okay. Yeah. He could move here, though, which would be a problem. But then I could... Okay. Is it worth it? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'll just do this. You know what? Maybe I'll just do that. I can lose a bishop. I just need two rooks, man. Seriously thinking shit, I fucking serious. Okay. That sucks. That was a good move on his part. Uh Very good move on his part. What you gonna do, bruh? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Why? Why would you do that? Oh, let's see. I could do. Do do this. Try to trap him like that, maybe. That might work, but that's gonna take a while. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. How about I do this, and then I should be protected, right? That's right. That's right. All right, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? It's still timing out. But yeah, yeah. Now let's see if I can do this. Check. All right. And anything else would be dangerous at this point. So I could do this, but and that would still keep me relatively safe. So yeah. And then, oh wait. What I should have done is I should have moved my interesting. Why would you do that? Okay. Okay. Why? Mi amigo, why? Mi amigo, ¿por qué? Ah! He resigned. He resigned. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. It's blundering all over the place, man. Yeah, most of these people they don't take the L. They just resign, you know. You know. Well, what else can we do? It's like I got like 30 minutes. I got like 30 minutes to do something. What else should we do? What else should we do? Do you want to play a game? You want to play a game? Or send you an invite, maybe. It's like see. I know there's a way to like sure. All right, right. Let's do a let's see, new game. Let's see. Players. I think you have to be like you have to have one, and I can send you a link or something. Like play tournaments for play variants archive. Let me see if I can figure this out. Okay. Let's see. Friends. What does that mean? I new game, 10 minutes. Play friend. Create a challenge link. Standard 10 minutes. I play as it doesn't matter, I guess. I'll just copy the link. Yeah, copied, and I'll just paste it here, I think. Hopefully you won't have to type that by hand. This will probably work when I'm starting. But yeah. I want to see if there's any music. Get any music in here. But I'm also afraid to play music because like it's like, you know, I don't want to get stream snipes. It's happened to me once before when I was doing a hacking stream. That was so sad. It was so sad. You know? Oh yeah, I did play Pipkin Pippa in chess. That was funny. So what happened was she actually joined and then she quit. I was like playing on my phone inside of my van at the time. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. And yeah, I still want to beat her in chess. I still want to play her in chess, like actually play her instead of having her just join and quit. It was so sad. It was so sad. Now she's too big. Oh, looks like I'm black. I'm black now. So, hello, Del Monte. I mean, El Monte. It's your move, I think, because you're white. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting move. I'm gonna try something different here. I'm gonna try this one. Oh, fuck, that's not what I want to do. Oh well. This is what I actually wanted to do. I'm gonna do this. It's a bit more of a defensive game, honestly, but so I think they call mine the birds opening, which is interesting. I wonder why they do that. They call it the birds opening. Maybe it's because it's for the birds or something. Remember, you got 10 minutes, but also remember, you have 10 minutes. Yeah. 10 minutes is a long time. It's also the shortest time. It's interesting. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, honestly. I'm gonna do this. And in 10-minute matches, you're probably always going to make blunders, which is, it happens, I mean, you see me fuck up pretty bad, so. That's a good center line going there. Got a nice little center line going down there. Be shame wrecked it. Yeah, that's not the best place for me to be. That's not good. I am not in a good position. I am tripping over my pieces. This is a very bad idea. This was a bad idea. I might be able to still get out of it though. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. It's not a good way to do it. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a stupid. All right. Very well. Oh, he's seen how I play. I'm pretty sure that's why he's gonna win. That's why he's gonna, because he sees how I play. I wonder what Del Monte's gonna do next. So curious. How's the latency? Also got one of his. Oh, that's interesting. I did expect him to do that. That's a good move. Good move. I did not expect him to do that. I'm not really worried about him at the moment, though. So I could do this a little long. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I could get away with the shorter latency. I have it set to I have it set to the medium setting, which is low or something. All right. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Good choice. Let's see. Ooh, I could do that. That'd be bad, though. Hmm, 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 hmm. Hmm. Ah, they all suck. All my options suck, man. Guess I'm just gonna have to leave it. Let's see, I can do this maybe. I can do, oh wait, no, I can do this. Shit. Uh, well, fog, fog. Let's see here. Do I want to do? What do I want to do? No good options here. This doesn't matter. Esto es muy interesante. Emo. You take that though. Hmm. Oh, fuck, I got tripped over that stupid shit. Why did I even worry about that shit? I don't even know why I even fucking worried about that shit. Okay. Okay. Hmm. So I could do. What could I do? Do this. I mean, it's stupid, but I could do that. Hmm. Hmm. Not very good options I have. I do not have very many good options. Oh shit. That was close. That was close. Holy shit. I need to get my bishop out. I really need to get my bishop out, honestly. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like we're pretty even at this moment. If we're talking pieces, we're, like, pretty even. So, yeah. Okay. That's something I did not expect. I'm surprised you're not going to put any pressure on my, rook. But I guess, yeah. Because I see a move you could make that's really good, and you're not making it, which is disappointing. Let's see here. I could castle, but I'm gonna do this. Should I do that? I don't know. I don't know. Mm. Okay, I'm going for it. Oh boy, that sucks. Well, I guess I can't castle. That sucks. Darn. Bug. Well, unfortunately, you made a small mistake there, my friend. Just a small mistake. Oh, I could do that, but mm, why not? I do play this game a bit. I was at a party where I played this game quite a bit, honestly. Uh, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that. Sorry. Putting your yeah, that was a dumb idea on my part. Also a dumb idea on my part. Well, that sucks. What can I do? どうしようですね. I guess best thing I can do here, I can do that. Mm, yeah, unfortunately, that sucks. Oh well. Oh, he shows me mercy. Oh, he just might be able to time me out. Just maybe. What should I do? I guess do that. Interesting. What are you planning on doing there? I wonder. All right. Valid. Yep. How much I can do from here? Interesting. Okay. Uh, maybe I'll do this. Hmm. I should not be doing this. It's I should be focusing on checkmating him, but I might just be able to time you out anyway. Yeah. I'll do my best to checkmate you as fast as I can, so I'm not very good at this part. The end game part gets a little bit wonky for me, so bear with me here. All right. Hmm. All right. Guess we're just going for broke here. Fucking fine. Oh. 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 All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. Actually, all right. This is it. Go. All right. Let me think. I don't want to have like 11 missed wins here. That would suck. Let's see. I could do. That pawn is actually getting in the way. So I'm just gonna do this. I guess. Fuck. I don't want to time you out, man. That sucks. Ah, it sucks. Oh well. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. I could try that. Let's see. There we go. Checkmate. Checkmate. All right. 5 blunders, 2 mistakes, 0 missed wins. There we go. Good game. Good game. Good game. All right. All right. It is 8:30. I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and just take down a few things here. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing on time here? Let's see. Thank you for coming to Melee Man stream. It's great to have you, El Monty. You know, it's so cool. You know, and I know you weren't like super tech related. You know, I was hoping I'd pick up some more tech people, but I guess I'm not well versed enough to talk about it enough or something, or I didn't get enough people on Twitter to come. But that's okay. That's okay. Um, yeah, no. Tomorrow, Thursday, we'll go ahead and do a Alien 3 SNES on the SNES, just like I showed you, and yeah, yeah. Uh, you were? Oh, oh wow, yeah. It was a, it was a very high level explanation, and it wasn't super technical like I wanted to originally, but I felt like things just had to keep moving along, you know, like there was a lot of like dead time, just just kind of listening to Primogen and Fireship talk about some things, and it almost seemed like they were talking about it without really delving into the technology of it. And so I think HTMX is definitely something that needs to be explored a lot more. And I think it's going to be a great tool in the future for like message boards and whatnot. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. well, whenever we're in programming, we always strive for simplicity, but that's not always what the industry wants. They just want something that's tried, true, proven, And I think give it a decade and they'll probably catch up. But you know, I do want to kind of do collab streams at some point. Definitely finish up BNHA, and I'll definitely like show you guys what that looks like here in a little bit. Especially if you're in the Backstore Discord, right? I know you're in at least you're in Backstore Discord, right? I want to present that for everyone and see if everyone likes it. Yeah. Oh my God. Mature, industry accepted. Yeah. I'd like to think that tech matures at different rates, because some projects are bigger than others. Some projects have bigger scope than others. It's just kind of depends on what it's done, and you only get that sense of completeness when you start using it. It's just kind of like an experience thing. Like, you ever use React? It's a mess. You have to have all sorts of tools to just get something to work, right? But if you try something like Svelte, right, it just works, and it's super simple. Everything just effing works, and it's just a wonderful way of working with JavaScript programming. It's a compiler, right, and it compiles all your code, all this pseudocode, which is kind of like HTMX in a lot of ways, but for JavaScript. It's basically the JavaScript centric version of HTMX, right? Because we're still working with JSON. Yeah. On our. Yeah. But even the most supported solutions can be slow or crappy, even after they're mature, like React is a mess. It's basically like Fireships and Primogen. You can only get any real use out of it if you use Next.js, which is very sad. It's very sad. I've shit on React for years and I hate it so much, but I type in it anyway. Why do I type in it? Because it makes money. Very simple reason. It makes money. And I'm actually thinking about doing my portfolio site in Next.js just so I can, get more professional clout, even though it's not the kind of clout I want. I'd rather have like, hacking clout, or like, hey, here's the new technology that's actually simpler, better than everyone else. That's much cooler. I like that. But gotta make the bills. you know. All right. Yeah, matinee. I will see you Thursday at 2 a.m. If you're coming on 2 a.m., I understand that's going to be a little bit weird, but I don't know. I think maybe a new stream change would be good for everyone, because monotony's bad, right? Okay, kids, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Okay. And outro. Early? What the fuck? Okay.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is Mobius City 5 News. We will continue to serve the Mobius City area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Mobius City area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is Mobius City 5 News. The station will continue furnishing news, official information and instructions for the Mobius City area. If you are not in Mobius City area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your area. It is important that you listen carefully to announcements from the station in your local area. We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is Mobius City 5 News. The station will continue furnishing news, official information and instructions for the Mobius City area. If you are not in Mobius City area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your area. It is important that you listen carefully to announcements from the station in your local area. We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is Mobius City 5 News. The station will continue furnishing news, official information and instructions for the Mobius City area. If you are not in Mobius City area, you should tune to station.
I come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his hedgehog fucking quilly dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife and he said his dick was this big. And I said that's disgusting. So I'm making a call-out post on my twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you got a small dick. It's the size of this walnut except way smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dong looks like. That's right, baby. All points, no quills, no pillows. Look at that, it looks like 2 balls in a bong. He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. That's right, this is what you get. My super laser piss. Except I'm not gonna piss on the earth. I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon. How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon, you idiot! You have 23 hours before the piss droplets hit the fucking earth. Now get out of my fucking sight before I piss on you too.